And condolences. All right. And then on that note, I'll start with messages for condolences. I'd like to send a message of condolence to the family and friends of Tasneer van Wyk, an 8-year-old whose body was found in a stormwater pipe outside Worcester in the Western Cape. That was yesterday. So I think this year has been filled with a lot of stories where young children has lost their lives. And also condolences to the family, friends, and the South African music fraternity on the death of Joseph Shabalala, the founder of Ladysmith Black Mambazo, who passed on, I think it was on the 11th of February, if I'm not mistaken. Also, if I may, just send a general condolences to the family and friends of all 12 children who passed on since the beginning of the year till now in Gauteng. So it is really, I think it's a really sad thing that has happened since the beginning of the year. I think we started with the incident with Crackdown Boys, and recently, I think maybe if we could just, we don't have to stand, if we could just take a moment of silence. All right, thank you. All right, on a more positive note, congratulations to South African actress and director Mabatu Monso, for whose film, the award ceremony, won Best Short Film at the Worldwide Women's Film Festival in Arizona, in the USA. And also congratulations and a heartfelt thanks to Ethan Ramsaru, a 13-year-old resident of Bracken Downs, for his for making a difference in people's lives by donating care packs, over 150 care packs to the TS Foundation. That really goes a long way to assisting especially rape victims. The other issue that I want to raise or give an update on is around how the IDP review later this year might be affected. Okay, so we've obviously, with the help of Trudy, we've identified that there's a street that really needs to be redone completely. That's Poppy Street. And also we've just recently launched the My Ward 38 budget wish list. So I hope, guys, please, if you can also take part in that, because obviously then the more people and share it with whoever can also take it, feel free to do so. I think it ends the next week Friday, but there's already quite a number of responses there. So those responses are already showing that in the next review of the IDP itself, we will need to even review what's on the list, whether it's done or not. The logic behind that would then be the residents are actually expressing themselves what they really want. Instead of as much as it was good for us to say, oh, I think we need this. When I look at what's coming through, most of it is aligned to what we've identified, but there is quite others which is going in a different direction. The good thing is that, if I can tell you now, is that what it looks like, obviously the resurfacing is an issue of roads. That's definitely the second highest issue among residents. As I was saying, we will have a change of priorities. It will be affected. But at the same time, we are trying to make sure that, because it's the easiest priorities to sort out, that is the one for the clinic, the parking. So I think we should be I'm expecting to go to the clinic sometime next. Right, so that's the IDP. So the open Wednesdays, I think we've started very well. The good thing is that we don't have 200 people standing out the door waiting to. I'd say it's a good thing because obviously I can get to give everyone a fair chance to be heard and address their issues. So we've been able to identify, that's why we've also been able to identify some of the things that are needed around the ward. Things like there are people who actually asked about, is there a possibility to have a transport hub in the ward? You know, I was like, well, you might like it, but your neighbor might not like it. So we have to find out from as many people as possible to inform us that would you support something like that? And then we are able to speak to transport to say, guys, what do you think? Because remember, transportation, they will also have to be. That was requested was actually almost like taxi or bus stops along the two schools, Bracken High and Dan Brack. Okay, on Monday, Ruth sent us the details of the NHI public hearings. That if we, I've already spoken to Lawrence, obviously obvious choice in terms of the representation. He's on health, but at the same time, I'd love to anyone who's able to go there, please do also go.